Oh.
Okay, we have captions. No, not can we have actions. We have captions. Captioner, why are you like this?
I mean, can we have actions?
No, there's no action. This is
There's
an
no
Ace stream.
drama?
There's no action going on.
That's not the only action in the world.
Okay, but let me have my shitty joke, okay?
Never.
Fine.
I don't
Anyway,
know
even
what-
if you're Ace, you can have action. It's okay. That's okay. It's okay to be a sex favorable Ace. Or sex neutral. Or whatever it is. Whatever people are.
So where were we again?
On your line.
I have a line? A line of what?
I'm already sharing the stream to you and everything.
I know, it's amazing. Who are you and what did you do to the Satan?
Sleep? Die? Yes. Cry?
Did you say... Did you just say sleep, die, yes, cry?
Yes. What about it?
Oh. Welcome to all of you. I hope that...
Rumble, 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 run, 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 run. Rumble, rumble, run.
Dot, 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 dot. Skate hip.
Don't even have time to finish one line of my big dramatic speech. The crowd spills through the doors and runs right past me, just like the text. One nice thing about being half bar, half arcade is having a pleasant place to relax and get some drinks between games, for staff and gamers alike. It's here that I find Percy and Gavin having some coffee, avoiding the chaos of the gaming area. Tanked. Completely tanked.
Much obliged.
I'm glad for your little tip. I was ready to invest a good chunk of my pocketbook in that company. All my hard work would have tanked right alongside it.
Tank, tank, tank.
Hmm?
Tank, tank, tank.
Yeah, we don't want tank, we want bank.
This is par for course when my siblings snatch up technology companies. It's a pump and dump in essence. They stir up excitement in the acquisition, then drop it once it goes cold. I've never seen one of their endeavors bear fruit for very long, thanks to their short attention spans. I'm glad I could save you the heartache. Also, having to relearn these voices again is hard.
Yeah, you're not the one who has to do one with an accent.
And you do a good job.
No, I don't. Don't lie.
You
That's
do a
offensive to
good-
actual British people.
You do a good, bad British accent.
That's offensive to British people.
No offense.
I think I can handle a few accidental heart-related puns without going to cardiac arrest, my good fellow. But it's good to avoid a pothole on the road of finance, yes? All the better for the charities who will eventually profit from my own loss.
Hey, Gavin, I was hoping we could.
I think not.
I've yet to reach my decision. I'll let you know when I have.
And that seems to be all he wants to say on the subject, at least in front of Percy, which is entirely reasonable.
Eep.
I was hoping to catch him alone, but I wouldn't doubt he's avoiding being alone for that very reason.
So, stock market talk.
Oh, indeed.
Indeed. I like to do my trades in the morning before I come to the arcade. Get all that bother over with so that I can focus on Moopy.
Afraid we're being astoundingly boring at the moment, mitosis. Just two overly serious gentlemen talking about finance. That's fine. I'm adulting at 110 efficiency today, having started a new business myself. I should probably learn about how, money works.
Oh, what would you like to know about?
How does money work? I'd like to invest in our future, think long term, surviving for many years to come, rather than jumping at the easiest profit I can. Any tips?
Fine view to take. My own investments are preferably long-term. Yes, I make moment-to-moment trades, but they're backed by the stability of stock bedrock. Even after I'm gone, I expect many of those to cash out gradually, and I've had a phalanx of lawyers to carry out my wishes over the next 30 years. Gavin, how about I show you my portfolio? Give you some ideas for how to build up a nest egg for Mendel's P dominance.
How did I remember the name?
I must have tried to forget.
How did I remember the name?
Because one of us had to.
No, neither of us had to remember.
Well, we put it up to a vote, so that's what it is.
I'd be honored.
Assuming Gavin wants to work here long term. After this morning, I don't know if that's certain.
I'll let you two handle the fine details then.
Wait, is it the other option to get the Gavin point then?
I plan to rent out a chocolate fondue fountain, a DJ, and a bouncy castle for tonight's closing party. How can I file those as a business expense? Nope. I'm not certain even my accounting wizardry could protect you from the IRS on that one.
It does sound like an excellent shindig, but I think I'll pass. Chocolate gives me gas.
Regardless, you shouldn't worry too much about the arcade's finances. That's why you hired me, after all. And regardless of my decision-making regarding personal affairs, know I'll be willing to assist with that, always, should you still need my services.
This one? Is it just not possible to get a Gavin point?
It might not be possible to get a Gavin point.
Let's find out.
Okay, so I usually just fill out a bunch of numbers on a website and pay someone else to worry about taxes for me. I don't think I can do that anymore, can I? I risk of falling asleep on my feet. Teach me the ways of the Byzantine tax code. Huh.
Gavin chuckles as if watching a caveman trying to play with this new thing called fire. Hey, there's the point.
That doesn't really have to concern you. It's why you fired me, after all. If I could keep Miss Francine's arcade afloat, I can keep Mendel's P dominance from sinking. And, regardless of my decision-making regarding personal affairs, know I'll be willing to assist with that. Always. Should you still need my services.
Thanks for reading all three.
Besides, we have a few months yet before I need to start chugging antacid in bulk and pulling long nights in front of a spreadsheet. I suggest focusing on the here and now. If that's what you want, it is.
The two sink deeper and deeper into conversation about currency exchanges, fiscal policy, tax rate changes, and I start to lose consciousness.
Cry.
I admire their passion, but there's only so much adulting I can handle in one day, and I need to reserve some for later.
Yeah, there's so much adulting, aka zero.
It's then that I notice raised voices at the other end of the bar. It's not really an altercation or incident yet, but they are talking a bit louder than others. What's our stats at now, anyway?
Steady.
Well, that is the ending we're going for.
The stats are steady.
Kinda strange how her card isn't working. Not sure I want to really go too far with this. Better to trust the machine's design to verify transactions instead. I'll stick to the standard policy on this one. Let's see, who's higher? Teo's higher. I forget if we can go to all three.
I think question mark?
Yes.
It's been so long I don't know how to think. Oh, whoa, whoa.
Oh.
Stop whatever you're doing and look towards the door without making it look like you're looking for anyone in specific. What? Okay. What am I pretending not to be looking for? Mrs. John DeFam. I have no idea who that is. The top arcade critic in the city. Her reviews can make or break an arcade easily. I didn't think she'd be coming today, as normally some little independent arcade is beneath her interest. But apparently she's made an exception. If we don't want to end up smeared across every website she writes for, I suggest you go play nice and show her all the positives of Mendel's P dominance.
Play nice? Ew, we're not focusing on kindly.
We need to put any issues you and I are having aside. This is for the great... This is for the good of what we've built together. Understood? Yeah, understood. She's the redhead near the entrance, with the handbag. Best of luck.
I easily spot her, thanks to Gavin's cues. Considering this morning lacked the usual chaos I experienced on my first day at the Funplex, I'd say we're off to a great start. I'm sure this reviewer will appreciate that. Wearing my most professional smile, I stroll over to the entrance. And we skip.
Skip? I remember Skip.
I may need to talk with Gavin about how to save Mendel's P dominance from an inevitable negative review.
Apparently the answer was get shot.
Assuming he stays with the arcade pass today. Nothing else I can do now but pray to the arcade gods that everything from here on out goes perfectly. Like, have we ever chosen ask for help? No, we haven't.
Well, okay. We can, look, I know you're all looking to me to be the leader here, but I'm not really the expert when it comes to any of this. I need your help. And you? I trust you. Each of you knows how to deal with problems like this. If you really dig deep and think about it, problems like this, if you really dig deep and think about it, what do you think we should do?
The group exchanges nervous glances, then, thankfully, stops to breathe and think.
I will become the plumber we need. I mean, not exactly, but I'll grab a plunger and do what I can. Super Mario style.
I
We'll have
hope
to
not.
close. What? Mario's a plumber?
Yeah, but I wouldn't hire him. For how many pipes and stuff he just jumps into, I don't know that I want to deal with that from the
There's
water
been, like,
company.
There's been like 3 games he's fixed a pipe in.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to close down the bathrooms for now, but I'm sure we can convince one of our neighbors to loan us theirs. Maybe?
It's also not necessarily a pipe issue, but he just
True.
jumps into pipes and shit. So
True. I'll check next door with them before I go do battle with our demonically possessed toilets. And while I'd say this vending machine issue is human error, I have enough faith in my own error judgment to say this human is not responsible. I'll make some calls with our distributors and see where the chain broke down. Also, see about ordering some quick replacement stock.
mine's a bit more complex. I need to replace the fried power supplies, but I can do that. I can do most of those today. Meanwhile, I'll put a feeler out to the indie arcade community online. See if we can get an electrician with arcade experience out here quickly. I've been meaning to get back in online groups, and even if it means popping my head up in a crowd, I'll do it.
Good solutions, people. Good solutions. Hello, Solivar!
Hi, Solivar. Hello, friend.
Hello! Hey. Time for some more Gavin!
Finally.
It's been years since
It's
we
been 2
last
weeks.
talked to Gavin.
Which,
yes!
I mean, 2 weeks is pretty long for us. for the amount of memory we have.
Ooh, I don't think I've ever seen this scene.
Ooh.
I won't be able to work.
In. You will see it
I
now.
won't be able to work the floor while I'm taming our restrooms, mitosis. Are you good with covering for me? Things seem to be getting more intense as the day picks up. You 3 focus on your tasks at hand. I may be the boss, but I was a floor attendant originally. I can handle whatever Mendel's P dominance throws at me. Got it? Gotcha. Man, who is Sailor Moon?
That's Ashley. It's the arcade spirits place mascot. So I
You know
guess
who
it's
that-
Mendel's P dominance mascot.
You know who that isn't? Me.
It is you. Here, let me prove
Did you
it.
just say... What?
Here, let me prove it.
No. No!
What do you mean no?
What do you mean, what do I mean? You know what I mean. Gosh,
You know what I mean.
I'm surprised one of these days the Sharky at the top hasn't been replaced.
Hmm?
That's a little strange.
I mean, I have replaced it before with the birthday icons.
I'm surprised you haven't replaced it with the Sailor Shark. Just to spite me.
No, because if I'm going to replace it, it's probably just going to be up front at the beginning. Do that sometimes when I feel like it for fun.
That's a little strange. It is a little strange. Everything's a little strange around here.
Yep.
But I'm changing out of this first. I don't want to go get poo water all over our new mascot, Toodles.
Come on in.
You can count on me.
I like how Ashley's the only one who goes on a whole lengthy thing, and then everyone else is just like, I will say one sentence and leave. Despite his status being somewhat up in the air right now, Gavin seems willing to give it his all. I guess he... No.
Yo!
No what?
I love how the spray bottle's coming right at the shark.
No what?
No to shark.
You don't like Sailor Sharky? Because I gotta tell you, I mean... I like Sailor Sharky.
Oh, good lord.
Not that. Okay, so what are you knowing?
The poo water? Maybe? Maybe the poo water.
But yeah, Gavin is still working here for the day, if not forever. So, yes, he's still giving his all?
I don't know, some people would be giving them, be like, okay, go sleep now, bye.
What's going on in game? We opened our own arcade, and stuff is going wrong. It's day one. And also, the famous arcade critic reviewer person has come in and she fucking hates us.
The thing's going wrong, our bathroom doesn't work. A game is broken.
Multiple games. It was that someone was like...
messing with the power supplies.
Yeah. So, multiple games are in trouble. And that the snack orders were strangely low. Wait, what happened to Mr. Punchable? He's not directly in this chapter.
He's not here right now. Please leave your punches after the question mark.
Please leave your punches after the beep, and I'll load up the file later so we can go back to punching him. Is he pulling the strings? There's some spoilers there. He seems pretty sus. He is pretty sus. But whether he's pulling the strings and stuff, there's some spoilers on that.
He's a capitalist. End of story. Ooh. Oh,
What's that one? Really? But
he's a capitalist.
We have this one. We don't use this one very much, but we have this. There it goes.
Whee!
Though it's a little
Bonk.
small to read properly.
Salute. It is just emo time right now.
Are we saluting the sun?
Capitalist.
Still want to talk with him, but the arcade needs me. Why did it have to be today of all days that we had this happen? Oh yeah, and we got into a fight with Gavin at the beginning of the day because that's who we're dating, and we always get in a fight with whoever we're dating at the beginning of the day we open the arcade. I think you're caught up now. Vaguely. With all three busy, that leaves me in charge of every problem that may emerge for the rest of the afternoon. No way to tap out with someone to help me with these situations. Need to work fast to hit every problem before it's too late. Can't leave any stones unturned this time. No risk of letting something spiral out of control. But I'm ready. I mean, I have to be. No choice. Feeling freshly invigorated, I skip on ahead.
candies! Hit railroads. There's a little choo-choo train that you jump on.
It's a different fight for each character, but yes, as built into the story, you have to fight with whoever you're dating at the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
Some of the fights are better written than others. This one's pretty good. And so Gavin is currently reconsidering whether he feels comfortable with the amount of potential conflict of interest of
working
him.
With us and dating us.
Well, not just working with us, but like we're the boss now.
Mm.
And you know, he's very strict on like morals and like conflict of interest and stuff and like those kinds of things and making sure that everything's fair. So at the slightest hint of a suggestion that we were playing favorites, he freaked out and is now considering like quitting.
Or ending the relationship.
Well, it sounds like it's quitting. From
That's interesting. The wall doesn't animate.
It does not. It just floats it. Small crowd is gathered and we're skipping on ahead.
Let's be honest with each other, shall we? I'm manager here, and I know
Damn well.
what you've been up to.
I'm like, I really don't like threatening to call the cops. Actually, I'm just gonna do this one.
Quack, 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 quack,
We can
quack,
have quirky.
quack, 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 quack. And you can't claim you didn't know the rules. Obviously you knew them, and you broke them anyway. That's a simple, clear-cut fact. I don't know why you caused so many problems if you claim to honestly love our arcade, but regardless, that has to stop. If you can follow the letter and spirit of the law, I'll let you come back.
Is there a way to fail the relationship? Does the ending go differently in two playthroughs chasing the same character? There's no like route bad end, I believe, but it is possible to like die in the final chapter. I think. It's possible to fail the final chapter.
You don't know what
it's possible to. We've never actually failed one, have we?
We've never failed the final chapter.
But it is possible.
Yeah, it's possible to fail. We don't know what happens.
The assumption is you might die. If nothing else, you definitely go like destitute or something. Reasons, spoiler.
Yeah, so...
What is this? Damn, Daniel.
Banning you is effectively the same thing as allowing you in, provided that you play nice. Either way, no more trouble happens. That's all I want. No more trouble. So, can you promise me you'll obey the rules of the road?
No helping it.
I wish I could, but promises. Well, promises are a pretty strong thing to ask for, you know. Something's wrong here. I can tell when someone's being sincere with me. She's clearly genuine about wanting to come back, but seems conflicted? How hard is it to not hack machines and run wild? Why would that be a problem?
Oh no, I mean, I get a very strong urge to punch machines all the time. It's pretty overwhelming. Or is that just me?
But how often do you actually punch them?
No comment. My offer's on the table. No negotiation. Obey the rules and we're fine. I can forgive today's mess as a sign of good faith.
Ooh, what's this emote? Who's the demon lady?
Oh, Percy! There's Percy!
On one hand, I feel like we should at least try to save him here. And on the other hand, I mean, I know what my answer is every time.
Yep, you know what your answer is.
So what are we doing?
Yes.
Alright. Doing the right thing.
Good
Hey, look, it's us.
And then we get shot.
I'm still a little hazy as they briefly explain the situation. Thanks to my wild theatrics, I startled the shooter enough that her bullet missed its intended target. And instead, it went into my leg. Which hurts like a bitch, but apparently resulted in a surprisingly clean shot that I'll recover from in a few weeks easily. 2 days in the hospital, a week or two on crutches, some limping, then I'll be back to 100%. And more importantly, nobody died. I can live with this momentary pain if someone else gets to live, period. So, could have been better, could have been worse. The doctor, having given me the report, leaves to treat other patients. Their other patients. But before they do, they inform me I have a visitor. At least there's a plus side. I just wonder who it is. I'm surprised to see Gavin walk through the doors. I thought for sure he was done with me and Mendel's P dominance, but my heart swells when I see him. He's crying! Oh no.
Name, though.
I'm like, oh no, Gavin's crying, and it's so, like, strange for his character that I am like, oh no, I'm gonna cry now.
Cry.
Everybody cry. Woo! Tears.
What if I don't want to cry? What if I ran out of tears?
You're never out of tears.
That's what you think.
That's what I think on the basis of I haven't run out of tears. You can always cry. Especially over a good fictional story. And he's crying? I've never seen Gavin crying before. Even at Miss Francine's funeral. As he walks closer to me, he wipes the tears with his handkerchief.
I honestly thought I'd lost you. For one terrible moment, when I heard that gunshot, when I saw you fall, I thought, I've lost you. I've lost you. All reason fell away. All the troubles we'd faced today, all the problems, all the arguments, none of it mattered. Nothing matters to me more than you.
He places his hand on my non-injured thigh and gives it a loving squeeze.
Gavin, please hear me out. I need to talk this through. Thinking it through is getting me nowhere. I'm still not entirely comfortable with this conflict of interest, of my love for you conflicting with the duties you've assigned me. I don't know how to avoid bias. That is so cute. You have so many cute emotes.
So many cute emotes. Wow. Oh yeah, I subscribed to Pi today too.
Ooh,
Because Pi has new emotes.
I did see the emotes.
Yeah, Pi has
The
some
Pi-
new emotes, and so I subscribed to Pi so that I would have the new emotes. And then I also... in the last, like,
High
couple
notes.
weeks, got the black bellflower ones.
Hmm.
They're also really cute. She's cool. I like hanging out in her stream.
Ooh.
And then there
You
was
should hang
this
out with
hype
Marshall.
train one because I believe that's from Fox's birthday stream.
Oh, I just got that hype one. The hype sauce.
Mm-hmm.
I just got that on mine because we got Nick to level 5 hype train.
Nice.
Mostly because one person gave like 8,000 bits.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, more cute ones. What are these?
Oh.
Wait, these are all from different but their art all matches so well.
They are all from different
Are they all the
channels.
same
Wow.
artist or something?
Maybe. I thought about quitting. I knew it would hurt you, but in the long run, we'd be better off not having the arcade between us. That we could simply focus on us.
Okay, they are by the same artist. That makes sense.
Ooh, makes sense. Or I thought about breaking off the relationship so I could provide you with the most impartial expertise I could. When LSP dominance is your dream, I want to protect that. And I'm used to being the villain in the name of protecting dreams. I could accept your hatred of me if it meant I could still lift you up and help you find peace.
I'm gonna cry.
Sorry, I'm not voicing it in a cryy enough voice. I'm sorry.
Well, voice about it then.
I'm sorry, I'm a bad voice actor.
Wait, were we supposed to be good?
No.
Then continue reading it badly. Go for it.
Then you nearly died. It all made sense. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Utterly ridiculous. So good! Comfy!
So many
My-
cute emotes.
My little ethical puzzles is a sad, small joke in comparison. All that matters to me is our love. I can't bear to lose it. I can't bear to lose you. But I still don't know what to do.
I've never seen Gavin looking so lost, so confused. He's the rock, the steady hand, the unflinching defender of our dreams. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I was about to say, now can we smell what this rock is cooking?
I believe it's usually Naomi who does the cooking, actually. He's so many things for us all. Seeing him waver like this hurts. Now, our rock needs me to be his support, to help him figure his mess out and make everything right again.
See, the funny thing for me would have been, well, you might be able to, but I can't.
Hmm?
You might be able to smell it, but I can't. Bart, cry. Well,
I feel like this is a really strange answer in this situation, and this is the more, like, normal people kind of answer. But, because I'm not doing that, that's too sappy. But, no, I'm a quick save. We're gonna end up going through all these, alright? I'll end on steady, but we'll go through all of them. Content!
That's you, boo boo. I still that's too sappy.
Yes? Is this
So-
new from me? It's not new.
I mean, technically, this is all new.
Okay, but is me saying that's too sappy new?
You do you.
Boo-boo.
Boo.
So the shooting gave you perspective. That's a good thing. It's good that it cleared things up for you.
Doubtful.
I certainly don't feel clear-headed. You know what you value? Why can't I read a simple line? Why can't I read a simple line? Why can't I read a simple line?
Because reading out loud is hard.
Reading in general's hard.
Now do it with feeling. Boo boo.
Boo-boo! It is read affectionately, as in, I will create the boo-boos.
Yes,
Take
me.
some
I am a
knife.
wound.
Take some knife, I shall create the boo-boos.
I mean, I'm just gonna go with like, if the boo boo is addressing me, then yeah, I am a wound. An open one, maybe with some
No.
salt in it.
No.
Oh no, I'm pretty salty. Also, I love that pirate skull. How beautiful.
You're salty, I'm sweet.
Actually,
JK,
no,
I'm
you're
not
right.
sweet.
I was bitter, and I've forgotten what you were. Were you salty?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I think pie
I
was
can't
supposed to be
taste.
sweet. And
I can't taste. I don't know how taste works. You know what you value most, though? Love. All the little squabbles, the spats, the disagreements. In the end, they're normal. They're okay. They're quite small in the face of that love.
what was it? I think pie was sweet and Joe was spicy.
Probably. Salt, 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 salt.
So the real question is just which one was salty and which one was umami between you and Magic, I think. Or since Selivar is here, which one are you? Salty or umami?
I don't.
The search is on. You really have so many emotes. I'm so impressed. And they're so
many
cute.
emotes. So many emotes.
I should actually be more generous about subbing to people.
You should make friends.
Okay, but that's separate from subbing to people. Like, subbing to
not?
someone doesn't make them your friend, right?
Why not do both?
Yes.
Make friends and then give them money.
Yes. Well, part of it is I need to have time.
Time. What is time?
It's an herb. You use it for Thanksgiving, maybe.
Wait, herbs are used in Thanksgiving?
Smirk.
SMRT. Wait, like
What?
dinners?
Shin Megamis
dinners
are something tense. I am so
are
smart.
something tensei.
Or Tensai? I think it's Tensai. Was it Tensei or Tensai? I'm blanking.
Tensei.
Tensei.
Shimigami Tensei. Tensei?
Tensei.
Like
Like Sensei. If it's an SEI.
Yes, it's SEI.
Yeah, Tensei.
I sadly know this.
Why is that sadly?
Because I play too many video games.
Okay, but being able to spell the video game is not sadly. I think it's sadder that I blanked on how to spell it, even though I have played multiple games from that series.
You have?
Yes.
Which ones have you played?
Well, you know, I played 4. And at one point they had like an MMO or something. I played that for a little bit, like a few days at least. Probably about a week or two.
Wait, you played SMT4?
Huh? No,
I
Persona
don't.
4. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry. Persona 4, you know about. But then I played the SMT, like, MMO thing that they had for a little while when I was in high school. And I played some...
I honestly forgot they had the SMT online game.
Yeah, and then there was, back when I was far younger, there was, like, I think a Game Boy game or something that I tried. It was fun. I was just like, wow, it's like Pokemon.
My brain doesn't, my brain has kind of, separated the SMT and Persona games, because...
There's overlap, but they're separate, right?
There's overlap because Persona was the spin-off of it, but, like, they kind of...
It's like a series within the series. Like, you wouldn't call Theatrhythm the Final Fantasy series, but it is part of Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah.
So I think of it like that.
I mean...
Persona is the Theatrhythm of SMT.
Persona's its own
Only
weird
Persona
thing
I've
now.
played is 3 for PSP. Yeah. And then there was the time I tried 5 and I'm still angry at it. I'm never gonna forgive it.
I don't blame you.
I bought the special edition and everything, and you know what? I'm still never gonna forgive it.
I don't blame you. I have not played 3. I know the story of 3, and I'm kind of like...
I've heard of, like, what's it, summoning thing for 3, and then I was like, okay.
3 is literally all about, like... Literally every like minute, it's just kind of talking about death and suicide and wanting to die.
Why the rage?
Accepting death.
Is it tangent time? Is it ranty tangent time?
That's up to you.
I was about to cry at this scene, but instead I'm just going to scream about Persona 5.
Don't actually scream. Don't hurt viewers' ears.
Well, I'm not gonna actually scream. It's just like ranting. But first I'm gonna use the restroom, so I'll be right back.
How does one be entertaining? How does one entertain? Hello. I don't know what to talk about. Sure, soapbox. We had a pasta dish, for dinner. Pasta and some veggies and stuff like that. Nothing really fancy. It's kind of just like we're going to order out because my roommate's friend was going to come over, but the plans got canceled, so it's kind of like, okay, let's just like get a dinner ready. Because obviously plans change. Person didn't come over. So what can you do? How about you? What did you eat for dinner?
I've returned to something about someone not returning to something?
What?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Food? Food.
Okay. Who did what work?
Probably I ate.
Fish? Did you eat fish?
Like, I didn't eat fish. I guess some of our eat fish. What kind of fish? Also, I guess feel free to rage whenever you want to go into rage mode.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna preface this with like...
And are you sure you're not the barbarian? You're with all your rage?
I'm not the barbarian. Cause I just rant. But I don't, like, Hulk out.
True.
My anger is more like... assassin. I'm more likely to take someone out in their sleep if I'm really pissed off than I am to, like, actually Hulk out at them and, like, chest pound kind of berserk.
Okay. Anyway.
So prefaced with, a lot of people really love Persona 5. And, you know, I'm glad if they do. And if, like, obviously this is an issue that I have, which other people may feel differently about. Everyone's entitled to their opinions. And this is my personal opinion on why Persona 5 can go to hell. So, this is the very first dungeon, and this is as far as I got. So I can't speak to anything, like, really good story-wise or whatever later into the game.
I can.
You can, sure. But the reason that I hate Persona 5 so much and refuse to go back is that in that very first dungeon, so you're, basically like, exploring the, like, diving into the shittiness of various people or whatever, and I guess they're adults? The shittiness of adults? I don't know, you can correct me. Anyway.
All of them are adults. Yes.
So, obviously, also, spoilers for Persona 5. It's only up to the first dungeon, but spoilers for the Persona 5. Because I didn't even finish the first dungeon because I hated this so much. I was so angry.
Actually, that's not true. Not all of them are adults. Never mind.
Okay, well, the shittiness of people then.
Yeah.
So, the very first dungeon they focus on, and this was described to me by someone who I believe that the game makes you see it this way. Because, I mean, it's the first dungeon. It's a little bit lighter generally than the rest, you would think.
It's not, though, but yeah, you would think.
Well, I can't speak to how they framed the rest of them.
Yeah.
But basically, the very first one centers on the volleyball coach. I think it's volleyball? I believe
Yes.
it's volleyball coach. Yes,
Volleyball
the girls'
coach.
volleyball coach at their school.
I think he's just volleyball coach, but does both. But yeah. Sorry.
The volleyball coach at this school, who was like formerly an Olympian athlete or something. And there's this one girl at the school, she's a student, she's your age, or the character's age. So she's like, what, 16 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
She's a model. He's been trying to get her to like go out with him or something for a while. And she continuously says no because ew. Well, he apparently looks at all of his volleyball girls' team as sex objects for his basically amusement, for him to pleasure himself with. And specifically, after she says no to going out with him, her best friend is on that volleyball team, and that friend is under a lot of pressure to do well. should also put, in addition to spoilers, content warning for sensitive subjects, specifically sexual assault. He rapes her best friend, who then proceeds to attempt suicide. She survives, but she's in a coma. And then informs the model girl, well, since you said no, I had to make her take your place. That's bad enough already, right? That's pretty fucking bad.
That's
But he's
extreme
supposed to
bad.
be the villain, so, you know. That's pretty fucking awful, but alright, he's supposed to be the villain. At least for that dungeon. The very first dungeon. She finds out all this. Obviously is feeling awful. But, I mean, she's not gonna apologize that she didn't go out with her creepy teacher, right?
I
So,
regret asking.
oh, I'm not done yet. So, she declares, that's it, I'm done with this, I will not be sexualized anymore. And I guess in this game, they also, like, take on, like, the protagonists take on their, like, true inner form or whatever. And so, immediately after all of this, and declaring that she will no longer be sexualized, she gains her secret, true inner form. She's in a bright red catsuit. A bright red, like, body-hugging catsuit. I put down the controller. I turned the game off. I have not played since. I do not regret that. And I do not forgive them.
And then, spoilers for about 3 hours after that, they then convince her to be a nude model against her will.
So this is why I fucking hate Persona 5. And a lot of people really love that game. It's everywhere. And, you know, people who I saw as being very into the social justice and everything adore this game. But yeah, no, I was done at that point. Yep.
Rage!
Yep. Now you too can fucking hate Persona 5. Like me.
And like...
And were you the one who told me that, like, you have to then, like, go along her route and date her or something in order for the best friend to wake up, or else the best friend just never wakes up?
No. The best friend always wakes up.
Okay, that's good.
The thing is, if I remember right, she leaves the school, obviously, and is basically never mentioned again unless you're never mentioned or seen again unless you go on her route. Doesn't have to date or anything like that. And then eventually, like, you see her again for one scene, and she's talked in that character's route as, like, talking, like, at some points talking about what happened. But her route is mostly about modeling and the pressures of modeling. And
Anyway,
what
so,
happens
like,
to the friend is,
Atlas
like, when
is
she-
pretty shit about, like, all of this on top of the fact that, like, people were really hoping Persona 5 would have a playable female, like, main character. It doesn't. You have to be a guy again.
Again, yeah.
So,
And even in
you know,
the
this on
remake,
top
whenever-
of that.
And then in the quote unquote, like, more version, they kept showing off a female character, and people were like, oh, did they add a female character? Did they add a female character? Nope. It's just another character that they added and were showing off all over the place. That is not that is like a party member, but it's not like the playable character.
Anyway, so I'm sorry you regret asking. I'm sorry to like also piss you off, I guess. This is why I'm so fucking angry at that game. We will never be playing it on this stream.
Oh no.
And, you know, again, there are tons of people who love that game. And, you know, they're entitled to their opinions. But I find it really fucking sus that one of the biggest Persona fans that I knew, I mentioned being really pissed off about that first dungeon. He's like, oh, that's the lighthearted one. Like, that's the least serious one. That's the least dark. It only gets darker. And I'm like, you can only say that because you're a dude.
And I would continue to say it doesn't, though. Like, it's not on it.
I mean, you can give us a rundown on what all the other ones are about, but...
The second one is literally about, a person, forcing, students to basically pump out work and then plagiarize it as his own.
I mean, you don't have to give us a rundown of every single one, but I mean, my perspective is that by making that the very first thing, like, first of all, it was kind of an interesting game. It looks really cool with like the UI design. They did that really well. And again, there are certain things that I think they probably did well, which tons of people love the game. And that's their right, but it was immediately ruined for me.
One of them is literally just a mob boss who is extorting people.
And I mean,
like,
I think by making it the very first one, it does set it up to feel like it's the least serious.
Yes.
And I think that's sort of, again, the game framing it as a less serious issue, even though that's fucking awful. That's fucking horrifying.
Like,
but it gives me the sense that the game creators think that it's a relatively light topic. Oh, I'm so sorry, Salvar. Take a breather. Step away from our stream if you need to. We understand if you log off for the night. Like, yeah, but it's a lot.
It's a lot.
I hate it so much. I hated it so much. And it was just a giant slap in the face to see all of this play out. And then this female character, who's supposed to be really hot, asserts herself. I will not be sexualized anymore. And then immediately the game sexualizes her. Mm-hmm. And it's just, what was the point? What was the point of her whole, like, assertion and like taking a stand? I will not be sexualized anymore. I do not want to just be looked at as a sexual object. Like, I am a person and the people around me matter and all of that. What was the point of all of that if your art is going to immediately just contradict it and sexualize the character who just said she's not going to be sexualized anymore? That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah. And they keep sexualizing her as like the butt of jokes.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Because you know what? Atlas is awful about sexualizing their female characters, just at large, overall, in general. Persona 4 had the character who was an idol, whose like dark inner thoughts, whatever, was basically like a strip club.
Yeah, it was a strip club. Yep. And the boss of that was pole dancing. The entire time, if I remember right.
That game was also homophobic.
Persona 5's homophobic.
I'm not surprised. Like, I wish I was. I wish I was. Especially because Persona 5 didn't come out that long ago. is the thing. I understood from Persona 4, like, okay. Persona 4 came out in 2008. So homophobia is still, like, pretty, you know, kind of side-eye at that point. But it wasn't, like, a whole, are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Persona 5 came out...
I was still at my parents' house at that point, so...
2016.
Jeez.
September. So just under 5 years ago. Was that worldwide? No, that was for Japan.
No, that was for Japan. It would have been 20...
Yeah, I was like, no, I remember I was here in this city, so I'd already moved out. So here it was in April 2017.
Yeah, because it came out a while before.
So... yeah.
I know that when they did the royal thing, they changed some lines to be less homophobic?
Yeah, well, the homophobia is not the main reason I'm angry.
Yes, I know.
Because I didn't even get far enough to reach it.
Yes.
And I know for a fact that they wouldn't have changed the thing I'm mad about because it's the core concept.
It's a core thing.
Dungeon. It's the whole point.
Oh, yeah.
It is the entire story of it and everything. Like, they're not. They would not have changed that. That is a core part.
Yep.
And that's the part I'm not forgiving. So.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Sorry for unloading all that and turning the stream in quite the heavy topic direction. Let's go back to, like, crying over Gavin.
I already read this line. I want you by my side in the good times and the bad times, Gavin. It'll take a lot more than an argument about game settings to lose me. I suppose I remain uncertain about this conflict of interest, but I can let our love be my guiding star.
What, guiding key?
No, that should let your heart be your guiding key.
Oh, let your heart be your guiding key, and let your love be your guiding star.
Yes.
Ah.
I'll let that aid in my decision making. I'll keep focus on what truly matters. Very well. Hopefully that will suffice.
He sighs, releasing some of the pressure that had been building up inside. But despite resolving one worry, clearly another weighs heavily on his mind.
Now I merely need to convince Naomi I'm not the second coming of Deiko Nami.
I hadn't intended.
I was very dismissive of her concerns, I'm ashamed to admit. I'd been more open-minded, as you suggest. I could have avoided yet another case of breaking her heart. I know I can be, let's say, emotionally distant. Not with you, but with others. I suppose it's simply my way of protecting them. Protecting their dreams from afar. Remaining impartial.
Okay, but I wanted to go through the answers.
I wish I had the answers for you, Gavin. But, well, it's not that simple. Life isn't that simple. We're not a computer. We can't just plug in numbers and get a flawless perfect answer every time. We're only human. And that's not about making mistakes. without realizing sometimes there is no ideal answer, no perfect solution. Sometimes you can do the right thing and still be wrong. Not a particularly rosy worldview.
That's me.
But a realistic one, right? An honest one. Correct. I'd hope to completely avoid any conflict of interest. But love is hardly a work of pure rationality. And seeing as I'm unwilling to give up all my love for you, I suppose I'd best accept the innate absurdity of trying to achieve a perfect result, and simply go with the flow. Funny. I used to see that as apathy. But today, that's a positive, isn't it?
Certain.
I'd say so. If I'd accepted that matters weren't quite as simple and clear-cut as I'd assumed them to be, if I'd been more flexible, I could have avoided our arguments. Very well. The arcade doesn't need difficult games. I can be flexible. I can work with that. Not against it. Think this through, Gavin. How do you reduce bias in a study? Data. More data. As much data as you can collect. All to ensure you have an accurate sample. You decided to change all the game difficulty settings. What influenced that decision? What inputs were you drawing from? A calculated average playtime and cost per play based on national figures established by the arcade owners. From that data I could derive... Hang on. I'm not talking statistics. I'm talking people inputs. You didn't ask for my input. You didn't ask for Naomi's input. Why? Well, because I suppose I knew neither of you would be in favor. So you just went ahead and did it. I see your point. If my concern is regarding conflict of interest, making decisions with bias due to our relationship, the answer is more input. Talk the decisions over with everybody. And if they disagree, try to see things from their perspective. I can avoid bias if I'm not acting entirely alone, based on my own whims.
Indeed.
A clear and sound decision, Mitosis, as always. You are my guiding star in life. The voice of calm that can always reach me. Wait, us? Voice of calm? Since when?
Gavin has an interesting view of us. But you know, I suppose in this case, sort of? According to the stats, at least.
Also, according to the stats, Percy's dead.
Percy's not dead yet.
I love you dearly, and I'd like to apologize for my rudeness this morning. You're right. I should have considered... Sorry. I should have considered everyone's input before jumping to a conclusion.
He sighs, releasing some of the pressure that had been building up inside. But despite resolving one worry, clearly another weighs heavily on his mind.
Fred?
All of the above.
Gavin Cooper's Batman?
Are you opposed if I go through all of them again?
Yes. Mainly because my voice will be dead.
Fine.
I'm opposed mainly because I need to be able to speak tomorrow.
You're also the one reading his lines and mitosis, so it's fair. It's a fair objection.
Objection!
I'm
Hold
leaning
it!
towards... For what about we go with I'm leaning towards this or basic. But I just want to see what this answer is, but you don't have to read it.
I say go with basic. Hey, Naomi doesn't hold grudges. Okay, she dies, but I know she'll come around. After you left this morning, she honestly felt bad about her part in causing a conflict which brought you pain. I think if you just sit down and talk to her, you can start to work things out. Have a little faith, Gavin.
Oh no, but that's how they end up starting their relationship. Oh no! No, it is important to talk things out, though.
Yes.
I'm just like, wait, isn't that essentially how they end up together, though? Is they talk it over and realize that they're both in pursuit of making the arcade successful.
And then they kiss?
And then they kiss. Presumably they don't kiss in this case.
I hope you're right. I honestly bear her no ill will, and I feel terrible that I keep stepping on her hopes and dreams.
Unless Gavin and Mitosis have discussed poly, in which case I guess they could kiss.
Yeah! If they discussed having a poly relationship, technically, as long as they're open and honest with each other.
Well, as long as it's within whatever bounds they agree on. Like,
Yeah.
Technically, you can be poly but have rules like, okay, but no one else from our arcade, or something. Like, none of our other coworkers, because that gets messy. Those kinds of things also exist in poly, and that's fine. But if it was within the bounds of our agreements...
But you still have to be, like, open and honest with each other.
Yes, I'm just saying that's not the only, like, well, as long as you're open and honest.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you kind of set your own rules.
But if you're open and honest with each other, you guys will discuss the rules.
Yes. But you can be open and honest and still break the rules.
That is true.
Is my point. Open and honest is one thing, and that's very important, even if you're not poly. But it also needs to be within whatever bounds of your poly relationship. And if that's completely open, as long as it's honest, or whatever, that's fine. If you have rules like, okay, but no one I know personally, or no one that we work with or something, that's also a fair poly relationship.
Easily solution?
Typo, I assume.
Okay.
One that's not getting fixed anymore.
To that problem, stop doing it. Just talk to her.
I mean, because this is one of the less streamed ones, right?
Yeah.
So, this and Teo probably both have a few more typos.
Poor Teo.
Poor Teo.
I guess it's worth consideration. At the very least, I owe Naomi an apology. And a more focused effort at seeing things from her point of view.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mitosis. I know things are difficult at the moment, but I trust in you, and I trust in the love we share. We will make this right.
Tired there, Sharky?
Yes! I've been up since early.
Okay. Well, we'll end after this chapter.
Oh my gosh, work sucks. You have my word.
And speaking of Naomi... Hey, so... visiting hours are almost up, and I wanted to at least poke my head in and say hello, so... hello?
Greetings.
Hello. Hello, Naomi.
Oh, if I'm interrupting, I don't have to. I mean, I could go!
No, it's quite fine. In fact, if you have a few moments, I'd like to talk.
I Okay. I mean, okay. Sure. What did you want to talk about?
Please excuse us, my Toasts. I have some fences to mend.
Ah, I hope you heal better soon. Hopefully they'll find some common ground. It'd be nice for something positive come out of the mess that was our opening day. Seeing the person I care for the most was certainly a boon to my spirit.
You're proving to be level-headed, rational, and honest. Great! Also, you scored 23,050 points. Woohoo! And now, let's have one last pizza fact. 62% of Americans prefer meat toppings on their pizza, while 38% prefer vegetarian. Everyone loves different kinds of pizza, and that's a beautiful thing. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to, drumroll please, the final level?
Yes. And that's also where we'll end for today.
It's an hour and a half.
Yeah. I mean, we spent like 15 minutes on like socials and messing around before we actually started. But you know, it's fine.
And talking.
And then we spent like how long on the
Probably another like 15 minutes.
Yeah, around there. Well, sorry again for the heavy topics today, because I decided that today, I guess, was the day to rant about exactly why I hate Persona 5 so much. And thanks for joining if people are still around, or if you came back later to watch. Yeah, Salvar, I hope you're okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Be back Friday with something.
With something. We'll see. We'll see what.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.